Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss The Girl Who Played with Fire, starring Noomi Rapace, Michael Nyqvist, Lena Andre, and Peter Anderson, and directed by Daniel Alfredson. Let's just get straight into this movie. I don't have much history with the series as much, except for the remakes. Lisbeth Salander, returned by Noomi Rapace, dreams of the night she got raped by Nils Bjorkman, returned by Peter Anderson in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, while her mother, who we see in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo at the end, passes away, which was a sad moment, sure, but I honestly wasn't buying it. The fact that she was devastated by her mother's death, I wasn't buying it. Meanwhile, Nils Bjorkman is asked for the tattoo Lisbeth gave him last film off his body, and Lisbeth threatens if that happens versus writing positive reports versus never touching Lisbeth ever again, or else he will be exposed and die. Now, how the fuck do you watch him every day for almost a year? It's almost been a year and not have anything else to do. And that was a problem for me right off the bat. Lisbeth visits an old job and boss, Armansky, who we saw briefly in the last film, and tells him she has no friends or anybody who cares about her, but he says Mikael Blomkvist, cares and tries to keep in touch with you once a month. And the reason is because her mother died not too long ago, and same with Lisbeth's prostitute friend, which that character is like a Paris Hilton look-alike if Paris Hilton were French. I do like the scene with Armansky. That was a good scene, but the prostitute Paris Hilton look-alike scenes are a bit horrific because she was bad in those scenes. Mikael Blomkvist, returned by Michael Nyqvist, has a new employee, and his girlfriend Erica, not Erica, but the new employee's girlfriend, writes a book called From Russia with Love, and I said out loud, that's bullshit. Ian Fleming would be insulted by the girlfriend writing her own version of a James Bond book. Like, honestly, how stupid is this movie? It's bad enough as it is for Mikael to hire this guy who don't necessarily know or care for. But what makes matters worse is the girlfriend running the same book as Ian Fleming. It's insulting to me. Nils gets killed how? By the people who said they would remove the tattoo on his stomach. It has a blonde muscle man, and who gets blamed for it? Lisbeth. And how does she find out? The newspaper in the store. And does that make sense? Fuck no. Even though Lisbeth did have a violent history, but these movies before these movies ever begin, and like Lisbeth did for Mikael is willing to help out Lisbeth. It's a switch around from the last film, which doesn't make sense whatsoever. To find out who framed Lisbeth, she wears a war face makeup and tortures a guy who's a reporter and tortures him, and to find Zala, who was the man that got Lisbeth framed for murder. And what a stupid way to torture someone. I would have preferred it to the feet, which we'll see in the new movie, but based on what I saw in the trailers. The blonde bodyguard captures the Paris Hilton look-alike prostitute and attacks her and brings her to Gunnar Bjork, or Zala, or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know who he is, and honestly, I don't fucking care. I don't care for any of these characters like the filmmakers want me to. And it's a real shame because I haven't seen any of these movies except for maybe that remake of Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And I want to like them, but it's too much for me to read the subtitles and watch the movie at the same time. Lisbeth shoots and tasers two motorcycle dudes' asses and steals the motorcycle. Now, I don't buy Noomi Rapace as a fighter and a motorcyclist because she just doesn't look believable as a fist fighter. I mean, she does look well, no, and a motorcyclist. But it wasn't like the first film where she was a badass. Mikhail breaks into Elizabeth's house not to attack, but to save her, and the alarm goes off, and she types in it on a flip phone. My problem is I'm having with it is she deactivates it with less than 10 seconds left for a 30-second alarm and turns it off with a camera on a flip phone. It was techno cliche and unconvincing in my opinion. Lisbeth finds Bjork, or Zala, I don't give a fuck what his name is, and Mikhail goes to the address her secretary gives him and to save her ass. And Lisbeth finds the blonde bodyguard and she zaps him in the balls and he knocks her out, and a few minutes later she finds out her father is Zala, and her father we saw earlier in the movie having a hard time eating food, but he planned to attack his daughter is the stupidest way to plan. And did he have a cure? No. It made no sense. Same with her father shooting his own daughter. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Also, Elizabeth smashing her father's head. What a bunch of fucking nonsense. Seriously. Mikhail comes to the rescue, and blonde bodyguard sees him and takes off. Maybe we'll see more of him next week. I don't know. And I hope to learn his name instead of calling him blonde bodyguard. It drives me crazy. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 4.4 out of 10. I don't know the characters or their names, and I don't care. This is a troubling movie to understand, and I can't see myself watching this ever again. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me, and next week I will be back with the girl who kicked the hornet's nest. And until next time, good luck.